Welcome to Dmitry Nulman Show 11, and today we're going to be talking about offer negotiation and offer expectations. Now, this is very important for people that are at the end of the job search. They need to figure out what they should do with the offer, whether they should accept it, if they're going to get an offer in the first place. Before you get into all of that, I want you to just think about who you are and what you bring to the table. And to figure that out, think about whether you are a passive job seeker or an active job seeker. A passive job seeker is someone that already has a job. They don't care if they get this job. They already have a job. If they don't get it, they still are making money every month and they'll be fine. An active job seeker is someone that already needs this job. They really need this job to pay the bills, or they just moved to the area, or they're about to move to the area for family reasons or health reasons, what have you, and they really need to have this job. Now, I'll be honest with you. A passive job seeker is at a gross advantage to an active job seeker because they don't need this job and they can walk away at any moment. Okay, now that you've realized whether you are a passive job seeker or an active job seeker, and you realize how much leverage you have in negotiating, now you have to look at the other person on the other side. Is the person a decision maker or an order taker? If the person is an order taker, then there's nothing you could do to persuade them. No matter how persuasive your arguments are, no matter what techniques you read in a book or watched on YouTube, there is nothing you could do. They're not going to budge on the budget because they don't have control over the budget. In fact, they want to get you under budget, because if they get you under budget and if they stick to it, they get a perk. They get a reward from the decision maker. And it's going to be very hard for you to persuade an order taker because they don't really care, nor can they do anything about it. However, if you're dealing with a decision maker when you're negotiating, when you're dealing with someone that controls the purse, that is the owner of the company, a vice president, a director, a senior manager that has control of the purse, of the budget, then you have much more leeway in negotiating with them. You definitely should use all the techniques you learn on YouTube or in a book that you read. Do what you gotta do. The biggest thing you could do is walk away, but I don't encourage you to do that. What I do encourage you to do is counteroffer. Why do you counteroffer? Because you have nothing to lose, and it shows that you have business acumen, and in fact, the person on the other side is going to gain respect for you because it means that you know what you're doing. Now, what's the worst that could happen if you counteroffer? A lot of candidates are afraid that if they counteroffer, they will lose. In fact, they fear that the client is going to take the offer off the table. I have never seen this happen. The worst that could happen is they say no. What most likely happens, what I've seen happen the majority of the time, is that once you counteroffer, if let's say they offer you $80,000 and you ask for $90,000, they will meet you in the middle, or they meet you somewhere at, let's say, 87 or something like that. They'll increase the salary or the perks that you ask for. You ask for more vacation, or you ask for to work another extra day remote. If you don't counteroffer, you don't know the money you have left on the table, or the remote days you have left on the table, or vacation time you have left on the table. So I recommend to counteroffer on what you want. And better yet, counteroffer on all three, on vacation, remote days, and salary. Maybe you don't get one, but you may get the other two. You will never know until you ask. So thanks for watching Dmitry Nulman Show 11 about offers and negotiation, and stay tuned for episode 12.